Today, by His grace, we are going to consider life through death. Life through death. Last time we talked about death, the secret of multiplication. Life through death. In that John 12:24, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. The three dimensions of fruitfulness is fruit, more fruit, and much fruit. In the book of John, John presented fruitfulness, much fruits, more fruits, and much fruits. Now, when our life is fruitful, we are a blessing to our generation. Many lives were fruitless. They existed without impact. May we not experience such in Jesus' name. In John 15:2, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, that is a fruitful life. The one that did not bear fruit, it taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purges it. To purge is to cause pain for such a branch. So if you have been doing well, the Lord is expecting you to do more better than what you have been doing. You now need to look for Jesus. It cuts. And it will be having pain when you are cutting the branch. But the end of it, all, he said, he purged it that he may bring forth more fruit. If you are only fruitful, you have not reached the level of more. Your impact have not been fed. But now, Jesus said, when a corn falls to the ground, it will bring forth how much? Much. That is comparative and superlative. You see, much fruit is an expansion. When you are going on fishing, we use hook as a young child to catch fish. When you get to a level, we are given a net. When you get to the net issue, you catch more at a go. You get to a level, you are given a boat. So when you use boats to catch fish, you can go to the deep. You can catch more than expected. May God give us His own nets. May we carry the boats and go far with Him. In the name of Jesus. Now, the barrier of the seed is not its destruction. Life through death. Except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. We are talking of life through death. The barrier of the seed is not is destruction, but it's quickening and expansion. When you bury a seed, it's like burying a life. I now say, well, it has finished with this life. But the burial of a seed that you are showing is not for the destruction of the seed. It's to quicken it and expand it. That's why the Bible says, when the corn falls to the ground, it bringeth forth much fruit. The crucifixion of that aspect of your life that has not been cooperating with the supernatural, when it's been crucified, then you will come up as a practical instrument in the hand of the Maker. The seed corn of 1 year must perish in order to reap the harvest of the following year. When you carry the seed corn, for the 1 year, you want to preserve it till the next year, there won't be harvest. But the seed corn of a year must perish. Literally, you check it, you couldn't find it again. But when you bury it and allow it to perish, to die, it will bring forth great harvest the following year. The ideas of life you have in the past, and you cherish much, you must allow it to die. That the Lord in His power may grant you His divine impulse for the journey. Many times we nourish our background, we nourish our own degrees, we nourish our values that are not ordained of God. We can't reach out in power unless we allow it to die. There is no life without dying. No life without dying. Remember yesterday we said in Corinthians, Paul the apostle said, I die daily. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 31. I die daily. I die daily. In Luke 9:23, if any man shall follow me, let him prepare for death. That is Luke 9:23. He said, let him carry his cross daily and follow after me. If any man prepares to make him pass like I'm doing, prepare to die. Take your cross daily. For instance, in the past, you can't tolerate nonsense. You are Mr. No Nonsense, Sister No Nonsense. It now comes to a time, you say, impact in life requires giving myself, whatever it will cost. Jesus' second mile is difficult to observe in our time. Jesus' second mile is when you are forced to carry a load for a mile. Say, go with the portion, the second mile. In their own time, when they force the slave, carry this thing, you can't. They have the length of expanse of place, land, where the man can go. That they will not say, why? You want to kill him? And you now go to the point where the guy said, you have tried. No problem. They say, let me follow you for the next. You say, no. He says, okay. Say, no, I still want to help you. The second mile, when they slap you, wah! Say, the second one. With this one. The second mile of Jesus' life and ministry. If we can abide with all this, we are prepared to die. Things that hurt you in the past and you behave irrationally has not become things you can now take. They are saying, thank God. One day my mom came to our house while we gave birth to the first baby. She came to nurse the child with us. And when she got to the house, the flat where we are staying, my mom saw how young people are trooping into our room. Coming in, going out, coming in, going out. We are chatting. Hey, my wife, my mom could not hold it. One day, he said to my wife, thank God for Jesus. Oh. Everybody was laughing. He said, what happened? He said, if you know your husband in the past, you will not even relate with anybody. That now, young people are coming, they are saying, Daddy, how are you? They are carrying baby. It's true. Until your household testify about your faith, you are not born again yet. Because Jesus, after healing people, he will tell them, go back home. Go and share with them how much God has dealt with you. Now, inside a grain of wheat is a provision of 100-fold increase. Inside a grain of wheat is a provision of 100-fold increase. That's John 12:24 again. Except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. I say again, inside a grain of wheat is a provision of 100-fold increase. Now, to bring forth the increase, the seed must be ready to surrender his life for burial. To bring forth increase that is inside him, he must be ready to surrender his life for what? For burial. Are you ready to surrender your life? Bible says, a man must be ready to lay down his life for his friends. When there's opportunity that you can embrace and you know your friend also need it, who are you going to give? It is then we know whether you are died, you are dead, or you are still alive to yourself. You see what can be a blessing to your friends, to your colleagues. How do you handle it? Or you say, well, since it's not my own, since I'm not benefiting from it, is it compulsory? I have my life to live. You don't have your life to live. A believer don't have his own life to live. He has the life of Christ.